Okay, are we recording? Yes, we are. Okay, this is my second attempt at doing this video. Um, there's a lot of noise going outside in my bedroom right now, and it seems to be a child apocalypse situation out there. So if you hear screaming and yelling, I am just apologizing in advance. Right now, it seems like total silence, but it just keeps like popping up, and then there's like yelling and screaming and of course, I'm in the bedroom and I have no idea what's going on. I assure you, my children and my grandchildren are not killing each other. They're just loud. Um, Limelight, AZ, Stacy here. So, I wanted to do this video because I wanted to tell my friends and family how they can help. And I thought it important after what happened today. And so for anybody who is wanting to know how they can help, as far as my situation is concerned, this is how you can help. Thought it was a good idea to share that, and for other people, even if you don't have Lyme disease and you're trying to figure out how you can help a loved one that is got chronic illness, then this is some tips on that. First of all, what happened is I recently had a friend. She's an internet friend. I haven't met her in person yet. One day I must meet her. She's just a fantastic person, from what I can tell so far. And she's got such unique insight into things, and the way she comes at it and thinks about it is just so unique. And I love the way that she thinks. And obviously she's a very special person. One day I had posted one of my videos, and I think it was a video that I was quite upset in. I don't remember which video it was. See, told you, noisy. I don't remember which video it was, but I do believe I was quite upset in the video, if I recall right. And so my friend ended up posting on my Facebook page, underneath the video link, saying that the videos are like Stacy Psalms, like, David's Psalms within Scripture. These are Stacy Psalms. And I thought that was really profound and really very interesting way to look at it. And it made me feel less bad about, at that point, being constantly upset in my videos. Because David had moments of being very, very down, So, this was several weeks ago that she had responded with that. Well, today, I'm laying in bed, and I'm thinking, Facebook asks what I'm thinking about. And I'm like, thinking about chocolate chip cookies, because I've been after a chocolate chip cookie for about 2 weeks now. And first one thing and another happened, and I haven't been able to get the chocolate chip cookies. And I'm not really going into details about what happened. It was just, honestly, it was like one situation after another. Everything from me not feeling well, to it being too late at night to eat them, to, me waiting too long, and the prepackaged cookie dough getting eaten up, to Walmart no longer selling it. I mean, seriously, it's been a 2-week ordeal. And so I'm like laying in bed today, always, not always, that's not going to be forever, but for now. Anyways, so I'm laying in bed thinking, all I want is chocolate chip cookie. I've been after this chocolate chip cookie for 2 weeks. So I decided to write a Stacy Psalm about the fact that I had been after a chocolate chip cookie for 2 weeks, and everything that's been happening to prevent me from getting this chocolate chip cookie. And at the end I put, things that you don't realize are problems until they're problems. I mean, who would have thought that trying to get a hold of a chocolate chip cookie would be such an ordeal? So, I posted it to Facebook. I posted it just to post it, just because I had nothing better to do. And, I did think about the fact that this was like a Stacy Psalm. My laminate about the fact that my chocolate chip cookies are being elusive. And, it resulted in a friend that's local that I don't see real often and don't talk to real often seeing the post and saying, I'm bringing chocolate chip cookies over. And so she did, and they're really good. And I'm very thankful for them. But it also resulted in her saying that she feels like she doesn't know what she can do to help me, And so now that has resulted in this video. I want to do this video so that people know how they can help. First thing you can do is occasionally just pop in and say you're sending your love, you're sending hugs. How are you doing today? I've been praying for you. Just random little notations of the fact that you're thinking about me. You have no idea how huge that is. To wake up occasionally and see a message from somebody you haven't heard from in a while that says, how are you today? Is huge. So if you don't live locally and you can't visit, and even if you do live locally and you can't visit and you don't know what else to do that occasionally. That is big. It's not a case of I don't want to hear from people. It's a case of I love hearing from people, and knowing that I am in the thoughts and prayers of other people is a really big deal, especially when I am going through periods that are dark. I often don't really, at this point, I'm not at a point where I really want to continue posting about how miserable I am, because people get tired of that, and it's a very draining process for other people as well as myself, and I think I've done enough of it. I've made it very clear that having Lyme disease is not fun, and it has a lot of moments that really suck. And so, so apparently Nissa wanted to get into the new house that Orion built, and she was having a fit that she couldn't get in there. I thought she had gotten hurt, but it turned out she hadn't. Anyways, so where was I? So things that can be done for people with chronic illness. So write them, visit them, respond to them, check up on them. Those are the big ones. Do like what my friend did today. If you see something that's simple to deal with, I posted about the chocolate chip cookies just because it had turned into such an ordeal and it was almost comical. I wasn't posting because I thought that anybody would do anything about it. It was just such a comical situation that me trying to get a chocolate chip cookie for 2 weeks was like, and so I was sharing chocolate chip cookies with Nissa. So I didn't post it thinking that anybody was actually going to get me chocolate chip cookies. I just posted it just because it was such a really, come on now, type ordeal. And, it was huge. It was a really big deal that she brought me. She went out of her way to go to the store to get me chocolate chip cookies that were gluten-free, that I could eat the gluten, and then brought them to me. And it was nice seeing her. She wasn't here for very long, but it was really nice seeing her, and it was really nice feeling like I was being thought about, So little things like that are actually a really big deal to those with chronic illness. Just knowing that our friends and loved ones are thinking about us, So that's how you can participate. That's how you can be a part of our lives. I think it's a case of people are afraid to get too close because they don't know, because they want to fix it, and this is not a you get to fix it situation. You can't make it better, but you can make the quality of life for the person dealing with the chronic illness better by letting them know that you care. Her selfless action of going out of her way to get cookies so that I would have chocolate chip cookies after I've been after him for 2 weeks was a really big deal to me. And but it was minor to her, and she had been wanting to show me her love in some way, shape, or form, and had actually, I'm sorry, just a second. So yeah, stuff like that is a really big deal to people with chronic illness, that they know that their loved ones and their friends actually still care about them and are not abandoning them. And I think for people who don't know how to fix it, that is what you can do. You can't fix it, and recognize that you can't. But that you can still let the person know that you care about them. You would not believe how often I see within the Lyme groups people feeling abandoned by those that they were closest to. It is sad. It is crushing to feel like those that you love are not loving you back, and because you can't do what they do anymore. But I wonder how much of that is true, how much of it is just a case of they want to fix it and they can't. And so they back off because they don't know what else to do. And they feel like they might make it worse. No, please stay in contact with us. That is a really big deal. And it's very, very important to our mental health. And, let us know that you care about us. So that's what you can do. If you can't regularly see the person, send a message. If you can see the person on occasion, just say, hey, I'd like to drop by this week. When can I come by? I have an open door policy to several people that are in my area that you show up whenever you feel like it. I don't care what my house looks like. You just show up, and those people know who they are. So show up, I have gotten to a point at this point with my videos that I don't really want to continue talking about the fact that I am depressed or upset or having a really rough time, and I'm finding the need to be more reclusive during those periods. I hit a pretty bad period recently with my thyroid issues going haywire, and I just ended up just being reclusive because I can't continue posting about how horrible this disease is. It's it's a terrible, terrible disease. The thyroid issues were making things worse. And I was emotionally upset all the time. And I'm tired of constantly saying how miserable I am. And I think people are probably tired of hearing how miserable I am. And I have posted a couple of times to a Facebook group that I'm a part of that I find to be my Facebook home, saying I really need prayer today because I am not doing well. But I have had to preface that with, please don't send me information about how I can make my situation better, because I am doing what I need to do to make my situation better. I'm doing it already, And don't assume that your information is wanted in a situation when the person is severely depressed. They're asking for prayer because that's what they need. They don't need a fix for it. They need the prayer and they need the encouraging words. And so when somebody posts to their Facebook page saying, hey, I could really use prayer today, leave it at that. Say, I'm praying for you. I'm sending hugs. Give them encouraging words. Give them encouraging scripture if they're believers. Don't put, well, here's how you can fix you. This worked really well for XYZ person. That's frustrating and non-productive for a person who's dealing with depression at that particular moment and is asking for prayer. Just leave it with, I am so sorry you're having a bad day, and you will get through this, and you will triumph over this, and God has your back on this, and I have your back on this, and I am sending my love. So hopefully this video will be helpful to people that are looking for ways to help your friend that is dealing with chronic illness, or Lyme disease, which is a chronic illness, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I think that's about it. Have a good night. And by the way, I think I'm probably ready to start posting more. The thyroid issues are getting into check, and I'm feeling emotionally better and ready to start doing videos again. So you'll probably start seeing some more of them here in the next week or two. So talk to you later.